crazy stories. Alright, let's get started. So once we went to Pinecrest on a camping trip, and then something totally crazy happened. At night, one of the nights when I went to use the restroom with my brother, we had a race to who could get back to the tent the fastest, and he took the right way, and then I thought, oh wow, I think this is a shortcut, and then I just totally went a different way, and I ran like a mile. I'm not even kidding. And then I stopped and realized that I wasn't where I thought the camp was. Like there's a path going to the right and the left. The left was like sector D of Pinecrest or something. And then sector C where we were like was to the right. So I ran to like sector E or something. I ran pretty far. Like half a mile maybe actually. So yeah, I ran about that far, and then I'd realized that this wasn't where the campsite was. And I just started to retrace my steps. And then I went back to the bathroom where me and my brother was, and it turns out my brother went back and they noticed that I had been gone for a while, and they asked people around if they could help, if she could help them find me. This was quite a few years ago. This was like when I was like 7 or 8. And then I retraced my steps to the bathroom, and then there was this lady with her kid, and then she asked, "Oh, honey, are you Cash?" And then she's like, "Your mother, oh, honey, your mother's been looking for you." And then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm in for it now." And then just like, I got back to the campsite, and my brother, who's 3 years older than me, was bawling his eyes out. Like, totally bawling. He thought he had lost me forever. That proves that he does care. I held on to that story because usually he acts like a jerk to me, but now I have that story to rub in his face, and he's like, he could push it off that he doesn't care, but I know he does. Just to prove that. So that was a crazy experience. I have a few others. Let me think of a few. So I should probably have a script written down or something, but yeah, I should probably make a video tomorrow with a script on it. It should be like crazy stories, part 2, part 1, yeah, woohoo, and that'd be cool. But let me think of a few. Ooh, no, I don't think I should use that one. I don't have any like crazy stories. They're more kind of wacky stories that you wouldn't expect to happen. I'm trying to think of a few. I think there was one at the zoo where I saw a kid just totally almost get into the cage. One of the animals. Luckily enough, the animal was kind of friendly. Freak everyone else there. I was still pretty little, so I don't have a lot of crazy stories, but whatever. I'm trying to think of a few that I do have. Oh, this other camping trip I had, a lot of camping trips, I mean, I went to Casper's Beach, and then, you guys wouldn't believe this, but I went fishing, and then I caught a small fish, and my dad was like, let it back into the ocean, and I did, but it was already bleeding. It threw it, so we just let it back in there. We knew it would die anyway, but we did. I don't know why. We just did. So once we did, what's it called? We let the fish back in, and then we saw an eagle approaching, and it totally just swooped down and picked up that fish that was just floating on the surface of the pond, trying to catch on for dear life. And then it just grabbed it and flew away. Like, I'm talking like fly away, like how you see in cartoons. It legitimately just picked it up. It came in swooping, and then it just went flying out. It's the most ridiculous story I've ever really seen. What other stories are there? So, I says. Alright, so, what are other stories I have? I might think about it, I have plenty. What one's next? I have a few other pretty wacky stories, but they're not too wacky.
This is the surveying equipment Lars was talking about.
I have others. I just don't think I can remember them right now. Like, I know I have plenty of wacky stories that are in my head right now. I just need to think of a few while I'm sleeping or something. I mean, yeah, that's about it that I could think of off the top of my head. Ooh, I have one, but it's not really wacky. It's kind of, it's not funny. I'm not gonna say it is because I was throwing at school. We were having a competition who could throw the rock the highest and hit it on top of one of the school building's roofs. And the school building roof was like pretty tall. Like maybe I'm like 5'3", so like I would like to say 6 times my height, maybe 7, 8 times my height. So that was pretty far. But in all seriousness, I just think it sounds funny. I forgot to let go. I totally forgot to let go of the rock, and it went flying out one of the lockers near there where some girls were eating. And then the girls just gave me a mean look. Thinking of school stories, and another school story where this girl Safa, she's a douche to everybody. I don't care if there's one of her friends that is watching. Total douche. I don't care if she's a girl. Girls can be a douche. Bitch, you know what? No, I'm gonna say bitch. She's a total bitch. Not in a good way, that anyway. And just total rude to everyone. Like, she rocked by what, 8th grader, and she said some bad words to him, and then he said fuck you to her. I mean, I should probably bleep that out, but I can't. He's streaming. Whatever. Like, totally rude. Like, totally rude. And it's one of the few things. And I have a few others. Wait, I haven't even finished. I can't think right now. This is gonna be the last story though. So I was just eating. So that was one of them. Like I said, she's a total douche, right? And then one day she just comes up to me with a fist in her hand because she wouldn't shut up. And I was like, "Can you please be quiet?" And then she came up to me with a fist in her hand. Call me cowardly. I picked up a rock, pretended to throw it at her, and ran because I don't like conflict. I don't know why I did that. Total coward move. Not even gonna lie. And then, like, I did that, and then I just ran for the hills. And then I came back, and she had told her friends her side of the story, which was that I threw a rock at her. I didn't, and that I posed a threat to her because I held a fist up against her. Okay, I want this to be said. I did none of those things. And that she, out of all people, bitch, because one of her friends was a crush of mine, and then totally pissed me off. Like, totally. Even my friend Sam backed me up on that. He was like, my friend isn't a wuss, but he doesn't like conflict. And then he just didn't like to fight, and that he felt threatened because she held a fist up against him. Guess what? They didn't believe him. They didn't believe me. They totally took her side to the story. I swear. It's sexist. Not even that. They didn't even ask our side of the story. They were just like, well, actually, I'm just gonna believe my friend. So, at least I asked both sides of the story before I tell who's right and wrong. I guess yeah, that's all the stories I'm willing to share right now. I'm gonna post I'm gonna post a video, probably not like, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after that. And I think that'd be pretty cool of more school stories that have happened to me. There's regular wacky stories. It's called Crazy Stories, man. Alright, I'm gonna grab the loot. And then, say my favorite spells. And then I will write the script for the next video. I haven't really written a script yet, so let me just... Alright, so, yeah. I'm gonna write this down. Yeah, by the way, the next video is gonna be some athletic stories. I have a few in my head right now, but I think the stream's already getting too long for it. I don't know. I just started to stream this because they were just in my head at the moment. So, yeah, I'm gonna grab the rewards. Well, this was a good stream. I'm not gonna lie. I had 2 streams that I just went down on. It's almost 1:30, and I'm gonna go to sleep after I write down the stories that are on the top of my head for Crazy Stories #2. Yes, call me a wuss all you want in the comments. I don't care if one of her friends is watching. Cause for any of her friends that are watching, screw you. That's right, I'm a rude bitch, just like her. Okay? Goodbye, everybody. Well, stream. Thank you. See you in the next one.